This is a long answers question from the June 2017 Regent. The function r of x is defined by the expression x squared plus 3x minus 18. Use factoring to determine the zeros of r of x. So they tell us r of x is equal to x squared plus 3x minus 18. And we need to use factoring to determine the zeros of r of x. Whenever we are determining zeros of any function, of any equation, we always want to set y or f of x or r of x equal to 0. So 0 is equal to x squared plus 3x minus 18. To factor the right-hand side of this equation, we need to find factors of the c term, which in this case is negative 18, to add up to our b term, which is in this case 3. Factors of negative 18 are 1 and negative 18, negative 1 and positive 18, positive 2 and negative 9, negative 2 and positive 9, positive 3 and negative 6, negative 3 and positive 6, and that's it. The factors that add up to positive 3 are negative 3 and positive 6. So when factored, the right-hand side of this equation becomes x minus 3 times x plus 6. To actually solve this quadratic, we need to find values of x that will make this whole equation equal to 0. Now let's say we would set this factor x minus 3 equal to 0. Then we would get x is equal to 3. If we would plug in x is equal to 3 over here, then we would have 0 is equal to 3 minus 3, which is just 0, 0 times x plus 6, and that would make the equation true. Because 3 minus 3 is 0, and 0 times anything is just 0, so 0 times x plus 6 is also just 0, so x is equal to 3 is one solution to the equation. Now let's say we would set x plus 6 equal to 0, minus 6 minus 6, x is equal to negative 6. And let's say we would plug in x is equal to negative 6 over here. 0 is equal to x minus 3 times negative 6 plus 6. Negative 6 plus 6 is 0, so x minus 3 times 0 is also just 0. So x is equal to negative 6 makes the whole equation equal to 0, which is what we wanted. So the two roots, or the two zeros of r of x are x is equal to 3 and x is equal to negative 6. The next part of the question asks us, explain what the zeros represent on the graph of f of x. The zeros of any graph are the roots or the x-intercept of that graph, which means that the graph of r of x crosses the x-axis at x is equal to negative 6 and at x is equal to 3. So the graph of r of x would look something like this.